A very good day to you. This is Unleashing Your Full Potential. This is Dr. Ed, your host, and with me today, a colleague, business partner, and friend that is shaking the world with his new revolutionary AI tool. He's written a book, So You Run Your Own Business. Now what? Welcome, Stephen van Basten.
Nice to be back. Nice to be back. Thank you. What's happening?
Man, I can tell you one thing is that the people are talking about your second edition, how it
Hmm.
literally has taken them next level because of the clusters that you've created for AI. So let's get back and actually explain to the people what you've done with this tool.
Very good. So we go back probably 14 months now, and I did a course on coaching. It was actually a coaching course, and with a couple of very clever people overseas. And part of that package, I got a free entry into a AI sprint. And so that was 8 weeks. So for the first 8 weeks, I just went on and I was confused. And I did not know what in heaven's name was going on. And so I did it again because sometimes the second time's nicer, doc. And so I did it again, and I cooked it. The penny dropped, and one very clever way of prompting AI dropped for me, and that's my interactive prompts. Ask me 10 questions about my business, one at a time, relating to my vision statement, and then give me five ideas for a vision statement. And so that theme goes through the book. So edition one, I think I had 45 chapters, and edition two has 98 chapters. I think in the first book I had 45 prompts, and in the second book I have about 111. So over 100 interactive AI prompts, which are aimed at getting, so it basically makes AI your business coach. This is the beauty of this thing. AI is incredibly clever. It's a master brain. It's a superior kind of a database, massive database, lightning quick processes, and it just gets you information very, very quickly from wherever it's needed.
But let me warn the people, the good old saying, garbage in, garbage out. This success of this program lies in the fact that Stephen has become a master at reverse prompt engineering. In other words, he goes where he wants to go, he reverse engineers the process, and then he writes a prompt to take you where you want to be. So I can tell you now that if you do not spend some time with him, you're not going to get the key to success. The key to success is to spend time with him because he's the only author that I know that takes people through the book as they read it. That's a fact of life. They reading, he spends time with you once a week. He helps you how to prompt engineer, how to use the prompts, and how to take your business forward. Now, it's not only business, but it's also personal. Stephen, I'll be honest with you, with the business owners that I've seen as part of your program, every single one of them have excelled. Every single one.
Mm.
Why? You've given them additional coach only at the cost of buying the book from you to attend week after week after week. Now, if we had to go and pay 5,000 Rand an hour for 52 weeks, I mean, that is a lot of cash that you're laying out. Here,
Yes.
they pay you once and they spend time with you on a weekly basis. Explain that principle.
Yeah. So, firstly, I know this is my sixth book, and by the way, I'm writing my seventh. I look forward to our interview on that one. That one is so. My first one, as you remember, was "So You're Alive Now What?" Then "So You Engaged Now What?" "So You Married Now What?" I did a relationship mastery one that didn't have a now what theme to it. Then "So You Lost Someone Now What?" And now we have "So You Run a Small Business Now What?" The seventh one will be "Been There, Done That, Now What?" And it's aimed at people like you and I, Doc, who kind of in our 60s. We've gone through life, we've run businesses, we've traveled, we've seen the world, but we now want to become a little bit more altruistic. We want to give back. We want to look at our spiritual lives and look at our, where we are and who we are. And, we realize we've got maybe 20 years before we meet our maker, and we try to
True.
fix things between us. And just so that's where we are now. I'm an author. I know that, and I've bought books. If I've got a bookshelf full of books, and half read, quarter read, 10th read. I know very often, you do a talk, people buy your book, but it's kind of they get emotionally involved with you, they want to support you, but it's almost like a memory. They buy the thing, put it on the bookshelf, and it's a memory every time they see, oh yeah, I remember the bald oak who was so inspiring. And I know that most people will not read the book. So, and I know how powerful this book is. So I decided, you buy my book, and we will go online every week, and we will take a chapter, and then we will have a little chat about it. So it becomes a little bit of a peer group masterclass
Mhm.
discussion around that. Then take the prompt, and actually it works. I play some music, and we create a working session where you're actually interacting with AI, getting feedback, and then at the end we have a little discussion again, share notes, and then sign off. So it's a very, very interesting process where we kind of force people in a way to actually do the work. However, it sounds altruistic, right? And it kind of is, but it also isn't. So what I needed to do, so one of my offers is, so you can buy the PDF version of my book and just work through it on your own if you want to, or the live version. I have only 50. I've got 50 of version 1 and 50 of version 2.
Okay.
So that's it. Version 3 will go to 150 chapters. Now it's probably going to be 125 chapters because I'm slowing down a bit. Okay. And so that's how I'm working. You can buy the PDF for an amount and just work through it on your own. Or you can buy the PDF and get access to the recorded sessions. So to get those recorded sessions, I actually needed to sit down and do it. So I thought, well, I'll kill two stones with one bird, excuse the pun, and I'll get online with a bunch of people, record them, and so they'll get the benefit. It'll force me to do the work, but now I have recorded sessions like a course that I can sell. And by the way, Doc, we did session 41 yesterday,
Wow.
and it was Debbie's 40th. So we celebrated her 40th session with me. And she did a beautiful testimonial. I'll on video. I'll let you have it. Just how the 40 days, and there's the 40 days. Interesting.
Aha. I
40
hear that.
days. And I knew you would pick up on that biblically. How the 40 days or the 40 sessions have changed her consciousness, changed her mind, changed her business. She's so excited. She's a raving fan, and it's just
Mhm.
lovely. It's one of the beauties of being doing what we do is to watch people just blossom and change
Well,
trajectories.
I want to tell you one thing that being committed to a weekly time to actually spend time together and to develop together is definitely the route to go because people who have actually left the program do not have the self discipline to continue by themselves. They intend to, but it's like three frogs on a log. One decides to
Yeah.
jump off. How many frogs on the log? Still three, because deciding to do it doesn't mean you actually did it. That's the problem.
Depending where the frog is, because if he jumps off, it might unbalance the other two.
Exactly. So I have found that the people who leave the program have not continued because they get too busy. Man, I don't know what it is that people are getting so busy that they are firefighting most of the time. Whereas if they commit this allocated time to themselves once a week, they forced to focus, to concentrate, and to become part of a process that does deliver results. Now, help us with an overview of what are the kind of things that people will do, sort of relate to what I call book one, and then help us what are the additional things that you've now worked into book two that makes it worth your while to walk the journey with you on a weekly basis. Help us there.
Oh, so yeah, there's a kind of two separate questions, but I'm going to handle them separately. Basically, the the table of contents, that we go through. I'll read through some of them. So the first is a prompt on high-level insights into your business. Then the next one is getting a business overview of your business. Then vital signs for your business. Then branding, daily to-do list, vision statement, mission statement, goal setting, value proposition, unique selling proposition, credibility statement, deliverable statement, target market, niche market, positioning, create sales and business goals, create elevator pitches, website analysis, SWOT analysis, we've just finished now. Create social media posts, create AI-assisted blogs, create a meme, create a video, create QR codes, create an ebook. So, I mean, now we're only on chapter 30. Can you imagine? Then,
Wow.
nice six chapters on sales, prospecting, qualifying, presenting, power questions, closing, overcoming objections, and negotiation skills. Okay. And then we have some cool ones like network mastery, uh, networking. We have some for estate agents. So accountability coach, business coach, mastermind group, strategies for success, create a prospect list. So, and we've only done book one. Okay, so that was
All right.
only
And
42
let's just
of
check this.
98.
All of that for paying once and being part of a
Yes,
monthly process to actually work as a team and to get results through each one of those entities, be it establishing a target market, being looking at your niche, etc., etc., etc. I mean, and just you reading off those titles. I mean, as a businessman, I went, oh my gosh, when last did any business person visit or revisit his business through those entities? But here, what you've done
yes.
is you've created an interactive, can I call it, question answer approach that literally forces you to think through what's the true niche of your business, what's the true target market, how do you really live out your vision, etc. And that was just part one. So, what inspired you to go to part two?
Well, it was natural. It was just natural. So what happened was I was going through the stuff. And I was just working, and then like I went to a networking session, and somebody did a talk on branding. I went, oh no, positioning. I went, oh, positioning. I don't have a chapter on that. Asked ChatGPT, should I have a chapter on positioning? Absolutely, yeah, bro. Started that. So it just grew because I was growing, and I was so focused on, I was doing talks on small business development. And every time something came up, I thought, oh, so for example, in book one, actually, I had one chapter on sales. And in book two or version two, I've got six. So instead of doing it all in one, prospecting, qualifying, presenting, closing, which is the classic steps of sales, I broke them up into sections. And then prospecting, the prompt will go, tell me about how you currently prospect. It'll ask you 10 questions about how you currently prospect, and then give you ideas on how to improve that. It'll give you 10 ideas probably. Now, if two of those are valuable and
Mhm.
you do them, that's worth the cost of the book, which is negligible. Just as 'n groot woord vir 'n ouetjie wat JP toe gegaan het.
That's true.
It's a big word. That word didn't get to Mondio yet.
That is true. Now, in terms of this prompting that you've done, what if the incumbent that actually participates actually gives, call it false information? What's it going to do? I mean, because you get some smart duke that says,
Yeah,
no,
you know
sorry,
what? That's on them. I don't actually, you know what? I don't actually care. If you want to be a smartass, then you must get the karma for that. Cause and effect. So I know that, you particularly enjoy the prompts, and you go, just take your time, do it slowly, do it
yeah,
properly. Don't try and get to the answer. It's a journey, because actually part of this journey is the fact that, like, if let's say there are 10 questions per prompt, that means there are 1,000 questions in 100 prompts. So you will have, if you got through all of them, or when you got through all of them, and by the way, it'll take 2 years if you do one a week, and it'll take you 3.5 months if you do them one a day.
sure,
But
that's a long
if you
time.
got through all 100 prompts, you will have had about 1,000 very good questions asked of you from a business perspective about your business. And when you're answering them, you're working on your business, you're creating. Everything starts first in the inner game and then manifests outside. Every time you answering questions, you're changing your own consciousness and your own memory and your own vision of your business.
True.
So as you change your business in your mind, it's changing, right? And then it starts to manifest. So the things are happening on so many levels. One, you're getting a great business coach, and two, you've been asked the questions and you're actually working on the inner game and changing your belief system, changing your business internally.
Now, there's actually a number three as well.
Tell
The
me.
the beauty of what you do is the peer group that you've created, because as people go through the prompt, they answer the questions, that soundboard element of like, okay, I've answered, but I'd love to share this with someone to hear, am I in the right court? Am I playing in the right
Mhm.
field? Am I approaching this correct way? And you've created that peer-to-peer, call it mini mastermind, where
Yes,
people who are on there speak their truth, look at what they've been answered, and that soundboarding aspect is what really takes their business forward. Don't underestimate the power of that. And you've done it, you've
100%.
worked it in, and they don't pay extra for it. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got
You know, the
five or six coaches on there, all of them highly qualified in their field of expertise. And what do you get? Each one of them adding value at no extra charge. Please don't miss that you've built it
yeah.
in. And I hope you see the value that I'm seeing. There's more than built into the system.
Well, it's actually, I said to my wife, Jackie, today or yesterday, I said, it's incredibly difficult to explain the value of this whole program because so yes, there's value in the book, there's value in the prompts, there's value going through it, but the some of the value comes from we're in a group, firstly, of like-minded people. So we're in a group of people who are all business owners. Okay, there's a little bit of networking that happens. There's a little bit of fun. We have some fun. We have some jokes, etc. There and then sporadically on the WhatsApp group that we're all on, there are. So today, for example, I asked people to share someone else's Facebook post, and people have gone on there. They're sharing each other's posts. Okay, sporadically, I find a meme on Facebook. I go, oh, this is beautiful. I pop it onto the WhatsApp group. So sporadic inspiration that's coming out there as well. So it really is multifaceted, and it's a beautiful experience. It really is, and it's incredibly fulfilling for me. Where so I get more fulfillment factor than financial factor out of it. However, I use it as a springboard. So what you notice in now, so we've gone from edition one to edition two, but I have 6 GPTs now, and those six, actually there's seven now, because I did the accountability GPT. Doc, you and I spoke about it, and I said in our accountability
Yes.
session, and I said, I wonder if I can create a GPT for this, and I have. And one of the issues is when you go to someone else's GPT and you come back, it doesn't remember. So I asked ChatGPT, how do you get around this? It's simple. In the GPT, it'll give you a reference and it'll remember. And then when you come back, you say, I'm coming back. This is my reference number. Ask me accountability for last week's actions. And it'll go, thank you very much. Did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this?
So you've basically just given
Unbelievable.
the key that unlocks that actually self-tuition, because
Yes.
as you are reminded of that, call it coded key, it takes you back to the same place and you're able to be coached by ChatGPT. I
Yes.
must be honest with
Yeah.
you, the questions now there are high level. I mean, I've been a
Yes.
business coach, as you know, for what, 22 years now. And the questions that come out there, I think to myself, can I ask them better? And the answer is no. Because you know what? I do
Yeah.
not have the brain that is as computerized as a system that has stored all the information. And I'm highly
Yes.
impressed.
100%.
Like you always say, I'm one of your biggest fans. I truly am. Why?
Yes.
Because it's a simplified methodology to look deeply into your business, number one. Number two, to actually be challenged without feeling vulnerable because hey, it's a machine. So it doesn't see your emotions.
Yeah.
So you can actually take your time in answering that because you don't have to impress. You don't have to over exaggerate. You just give it the way it is. But the third thing is, once the collective answer comes out, that peer group discussion, hey, what did you guys find here? And what are the challenges? And then they hear from experience like I've had, experience that you've had. And I think that's the fun part of it. Um,
Yeah, 100%. So, Doc, I don't even know if you've seen all of them. Let me give them to you quickly. So for people on my platinum package, right? So
yeah,
this is the proper platinum package of the group coaching, not the one-on-one stuff I do of the group.
yes,
So you have access to LifeQuest management team and board of directors. So that's got a board of directors, chairman, board member one, managing director, financial director, marketing director, sales director, ops director, technical director, HR director, admin, risk, services, out of the box thinker, maverick, naysayer, problem finder. Okay. You ask one question and you get 17 answers, including the problem finder,
Mm.
which is somebody who's going to be negative. Now, this can't work because of this and this and this and this. Now you've got insights into. So getting all the positive stuff's blacker, but you need what Donald Trump does this, by the way, on a big project. He has one person who's there to find all of the reasons why it can't work. And then he puts someone else on overcoming those reasons.
Now,
Interesting. Anyway,
how much does this platinum package cost? Let's handle them one by one. For the guy who sits here and says, listen, I can hear this is going to assist me in a way that I've never been assisted. How much did that cost? And how much of the time will it take to fully get engrossed?
yeah, sure. So the let's start over here. The starter version is just the PDF. That's 448 rand, $500. You just
Okay.
get the PDF, you work through it in your
Is
own
that a
time.
once off? Once off.
Yeah, once
Okay.
off. You get the PDF and the upgrades to the PDF when it comes out. Right now, option two is what I call Builder. It's $9.99. And then you get the PDF and access to all of the recordings. So it's the coaching
Mm.
on your own time. That's that. Okay. And then you get the fast growth. That one is all of that plus the Wednesdays. So the Wednesdays at 3, 4, the next year or two, however long you want to join me, because we're on 40 of 100, and then we start again. We 1 year almost in of 2 years, and then we just start again. Then the platinum one has all of these. So, oh, sorry, the builder is $9.99. I think I did say that.
Yep.
And then the growth option, that's the growth option. The platinum is 2.5. So it's actually just another. Well, I'm missing one here. I'm missing one. My apologies. So 1,999 is for the builder.
Okay.
That's with the Wednesdays. Okay. So, and then the platinum one adds the 7 GPTs, and that's 2.5,
So that's
2,500.
2.5. For how many months do you pay that?
Once.
What? You can't be
Yeah,
kidding
once.
me. Once.
No, no. Yeah, 100%
And
once.
that's in South
You
African
see,
rands. 2,500
yeah, yeah,
rand
yeah.
once. Listen,
Hundreds. So,
I
you
wish I could
know,
shake the business world and say, guys, do you know
you
what
know
the
what's
state
out
of this
there. Yeah.
with the Americans and the guys from Dubai and the guys from the UK and what you're getting at a platinum level for a once off 2.5. Guys,
Yeah.
that's not even my hourly rate. I'll be honest with you. So
Yeah, correct.
why are you even thinking, can I afford this? Can you
Yeah.
afford not to do this is my question. I have to be honest.
Yeah, and quite frankly, if somebody's sickling and they want to give me $500 a month for 5 months, I don't care. If you want to give me $100 a month for 15 months, I don't care. Or two and a half, 25 months, I don't care. It's not so much about the money. There's two things to this. One, life's like a multi-level marketing organization. You can't give without receiving. And I'm in a position where I'm doing well, so I can afford to do some stuff. I'm there anyway. Here's the thing. I'm there on Wednesday anyway. So if you come on and pay me later, I'm there anyway. So that's the one side of it. But what I do from there is people get a taste of me, they get to work with me, and then I can go. So now I'm upgrading people from the original, which was 1,000 rand, to 2,000. So I'm giving them an upgrade package, which includes all of this. And so I'm upgrading them and I'm getting $1,000 more in from all, well, a lot of them. Okay. And then secondly, I'm being able to migrate some people to the full coaching where I make proper money. So it's almost
Okay.
like a loss leader. That's not a loss.
That was my question. You've now got the people, the guy says plat now, pay my 2.5. He gets totally involved and he's now like, but I want that face-to-face soundboarding. Are you available to coach them one-on-one at a cost? Yes, no.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so and that's what I'm morphing into a little bit as well is just ad hoc. So one of the things with the upgrade package is you spend an hour with me, you get the GPTs, which still haven't gone through with you, and one of them is LifeQuest Post Factory. So that's for creating social media posts. So if you and I spent an hour, I would start with going, uh, please, in the GPT, please analyze www.docand.co.za, whatever your website is,
Yeah.
and then give me 5 unique selling propositions. And that would come out. Then I would go, okay, thank you very much. From there, create a meme for each one of them, or a picture for each one of them, and then a slogan for each one of them. And then, look, every hour is different with every person, but with Leandra, I think we created 13 social media posts, 5 300-word blogs, and a couple of pictures for her to use on social media. So,
Okay.
it's an hour with and then I've taught her how to do it the
Hmm.
next time herself.
Well, let me
So,
play devil's advocate. What is a meme for the people that don't know?
yeah, it's a picture with words.
Okay. Because I
Yeah, for
mean,
Facebook. So when you see a picture that of someone and goes, life coaching, better your world, that's a meme.
okay. Because you
As
see,
opposed to a picture as opposed to you do a blog or a post in words and then an additional picture on its own. The meme has the words in the blog, in the picture,
okay,
on the picture.
and
Yeah,
they can be interactive, right?
yeah.
They can roll,
Well,
they can fly, whatever.
yes, 100%. 100%. So, Doc, give me a sec here. So, the first one is management team and board of directors GPT. We've gone through that one.
Yep.
Next one is the post factory. So, we've gone through that one. Next one is the role play simulator. We all know in sales and business, role playing is powerful, but we're embarrassed because we look
Correct.
stupid, right?
Yeah.
So you take the embarrassment out of that. You have AI as a role play partner, and then afterwards it goes, did you think of this? You could have done that. I would have said this. Have you thought of this? So you can role play overcoming objections, presentations, asking for the order, trying to get a meeting, whatever. Even emails that you might send to try to get meetings and sales pitches. Right. Don't talk. Then we've got accountability GPT, which I've told you about. Then we have the personality profile GPT, which you inspired me to do. In fact, you spoke about DISC, which you are very good at and you're an expert in. And I thought that's amazing. So I put together like a Stephen van Basten, let's call it LifeQuest personality profile, where it's asking all sorts of things from all of the stuff I've learned. Spent 7.5 months in Japan. Did you know, for example, there's your blood group. There's a personality profile for your blood group, not the eating one, the actual a Japanese one. Then there's Chinese, like the year you were born, the day you were born. Then there's astrology. Then there's the human genome code, etc. John DeMartini's life value determination, all of that. So it asks you 99 questions. And then at the end, if you get through them, because each question actually branches into another 99, I think. But if you ever get there, but at any time you can go, okay, give me an output now. And in fact, as you go in, it's telling you things about
Yeah.
yourself. So that's that one. And then there's the spiritual one, which is, I think, is pretty cool. It's called Spiritual Quest or Spiritual Journey. And that's just asking you 99 spiritual questions and makes you think, and is for soul unfoldment and spiritual development. So that's it. I'm
Now,
done.
now let me ask you, just give me the one word summary of one for those seven. First one, director's
Oh, first one, management team and board of directors.
second,
Post factory.
third,
Role play.
fourth,
I didn't tell you about this ebook writer.
five,
Accountability.
six,
Personality profile.
seven.
Spiritual quest.
Absolutely. Well, you see, you actually don't even realize the power of what you've created. I'm telling you straight. I have absolutely been enjoying this journey because it's taken me to levels that where I have not been before. Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm I,
100%.
I'm a fan. You know, I'm a fan because it has changed the way I do business, and as a coach, it's made my coaching life easier. Because sometimes you can't. It's like, what do I ask next? Obviously, we all have our style of how we do it, but as we start landing this plane, what is your desire for people in business in terms of why we created this second edition? What's your desire?
Well, the desire didn't change from version 1 to version 2. The desire is always the same. Your business funds your lifestyle. Your business is there to make you money, and you should use the money to get your business going and growing. I get that, but also some of that to buy you time and to buy you the things that make you feel fulfilled, like travel, eating out, driving a nice car, living in a nice house, you know, whatever it is, playing golf, it's nothing nicer than going to spend 11,000 Rand on a new driver because you can.
Correct. It's true.
So the concept here for me, for small business owners, firstly, are the lifeblood of an economy. With a lifeblood, with the small, that's massive, and that's what keeps things going. But for me, and for AI could stop you working 12, 13 hours a day because you can become more efficient. And it could help you to have a 4-day work week instead of a 5-day work week, or the equivalent of not working Saturday, not working Sunday, and spending time with your family and having, my daughter's overseas, and
Hmm.
we her granny turned 80 last year. So we paid for the flights for her and her wife to come out, and they were, I don't know why, but they were 60,000 Rand, bro, between the two of them. 60,000 Rand. And Jake went,
Sure.
it's my mother's birthday. I want my daughter here. I said, fine, good. So that's what money does. If Pink Floyd were to play at the Berlin Wall in 3 weeks' time and I had a passport, I could go. Like money wise, I could go.
Correct. You see, because
That's what I want for people.
once money is out of the way, you start doing what you love, what you're passionate about. And I'll be
Yes.
honest with you, in
Yes.
my case, it is helping other people, shaping others for significance. I mean, that's what I live for. And I think this tool that you've created has also brought a new dimension of making it, getting there easier. So I just want to commend you. I think that every one of our team members needs to take this recording, send it far and wide, because we have so much to offer in terms of helping other people become better business leaders. Because you know what?
100%.
You cannot lead others until you lead yourself. Here's a unique way of finding out how to lead yourself. You have created the 7 different chat GPTs, each one of them, which is a journey by themselves. But I would like to ask you, based on the Pareto principle, the 20% is going to give you 80% of the result. Out of those 7, which one would you advise people do first?
Depends on what's most important for them right now. So from a business perspective,
Hmm.
I from a business perspective, the management team and board of directors. So here's the big problem for small business owners. You don't have a management team, you don't have a board of directors.
True.
You don't have the people asking you the hard questions. So one of the chapters in the book, not the GPTs, one of the chapters actually is you're a member of a board of directors. This is what you do professionally. Ask me ask me 10 questions from a board of directors perspective about my business, and then give me feedback. I want you to be hard on me. I want you to ask the hard questions. Do not be in rapport. Do not be fluffy. Do not be nice. I want you to cuck me out. And
But you
that
see,
thing gives you some stuff,
but
right?
that's how you do it. You see, that is the prompt engineering I've been speaking about. Because for the person that just listened into that bit will go like, I wouldn't even think of asking a
Correct.
ChatGPT that. And this is what you've come to. You've come to a point of realizing you have a coach available, but you need to know how to ask the questions. That's true about garbage in, garbage out. So your quality
Yeah.
prompt engineering has really become your special sauce. So, Taylor, for today, what is your last message out to people that listen to this, inspired by you and thinking, I want to get hold of this dude? Give them a last message. And where can they
Very good.
contact you?
Very good. So before we do that, you've just inspired me now. I think I'm going to make another GPT that's board meeting. Okay, we have 7 board members on it, and we go and we say the chairman run a board meeting on my business, and let's see what happens. I think that'll be quite a cool one. So that's different to
I'm in.
asking them
I'm in.
questions. Yeah,
It's what I do.
100%.
It's what I do. So get me on.
Exactly. All right. So Catch me, find me, you find me somewhere. Stephen van Basten, StephenVanBasten. Find me somewhere. If it's important enough, you'll find me. Okay. And yeah, my message is always be growing. We're here to find significance. We're here to find fulfillment. And whether you like it or not, going up Maslow's hierarchy, we have to have money in place before we can get self-actualization. It's just the journey. So the actually, Doc, from a spiritual perspective, what we're doing here is we're pushing people up Maslow's hierarchy, creating the financial security that allows them to take the next step and the next step and start to move into, spiritual unfoldment, soul unfoldment, samadhi, whatever you want to call it, Christhood, ascension, heaven, whatever you want to call it. That's what we do in here. And money is not the root of all evil. The incorrect acquisition of money
Yeah.
is the root of the ugly love of money that you con other people out of theirs. That's evil. But the correct use of money is godly and beautiful, and we should get more. Like, I like to think of myself as a conduit for God to send me money so I can spread it out and help other people get money. Like, that's one of the ways I look at money. Isn't that beautiful?
Absolutely fantastic. Well, that is Stephen van Basten. As you guys will be inspired by this session, no doubt. All I can say to you is, but hearing it is not sufficient enough. It is time for you to take action. So I'm telling you straight, you want to grow, you need to join up with the new second edition in terms of the 7 prompts that Stephen has created, but become part of a peer group, discussed and led by himself. I mean, it's a beautiful experience, and I can guarantee you your business will grow. I mean, if it doesn't grow, there's something wrong. I know it will grow. So, from my side, I want to say the theme today is unleashing your full potential. I think Stephen van Basten from LifeQuest Coaching has done that this very moment. Be inspired and make sure that you adopt the principle that's going to take you next level. And remember, you are responsible for yourself. Do it.